Hi everybody, welcome to ChemVerse tutorial. This is the crash course video for GATE 2021 and this is the first lecture on inorganic chemistry, and we are starting here one of the most important topic, bioinorganic chemistry. In this lecture we will be discussing about porphyrin and metalloporphyrins. Okay, this is the porphyrin system and it is basically a basic moiety. Porphyrin is the derivative of porphyrin. Now when porphyrin group has some substituent over these positions, these four positions, there are different substituents, and depending on the nature of the substituents, there are different kinds of porphyrin rings you will obtain, which are present in different molecules like hemoglobin, cytochromes, etc. Now this is nothing but a rigid macrocyclic molecule. You have already encountered this macromolecule or macrocyclic molecule when you studied the crown ether, but it is such a rigid system that it is even more rigid than crown ether, and it is aromatic. And here we can see that in this cavity metal can be attached, and when it binds with the metal ion, then it is called the metalloporphyrin. And affinity towards metal is something like this: nickel 2 plus has the highest affinity, then copper 2 plus, then cobalt 2 plus, then Fe 2 plus, and then zinc 2 plus. Now examples of some metalloporphyrins which are present in hemoglobin, myoglobin, cytochromes, chlorophyll, etc. Now these all will be discussed in details in different individual videos, where I will discuss the bonding pattern or the biological activity of these all systems like hemoglobin, myoglobin. Hemoglobin and myoglobin are important for your oxygen binding, okay, and oxygen carrier. So these are very important topics which will be covered in the upcoming lectures in this bioinorganic series. Now porphyrin converts into dianionic form before binding with the metal. So it cannot bind with the metal in this way. In a slightly basic medium, the deprotonation occurs, and over here negative charge is formed, and here also negative charge is formed. That means the corresponding conjugate base is forming by the deprotonation of these two NH protons, and now this is the dianionic form. It is basically the dianionic form, and when metal 2 plus ion comes into the cavity, so it will bind with that one through a coordinate bonding. Clear? Now it is a macrocyclic pi conjugated system. It is basically a pi conjugated system. You know that it is aromatic, as I have said. Okay, it is aromatic also. So over here what we can see, intraligand charge transfer take place, and that intraligand charge transfer basically from pi to pi star. Okay. Now we will discuss something about the spectral features of this porphyrin. Now in this case what you can see, that what we get from proton NMR. Now over here you can see there are 4 such hydrogens are present, which are called the mesohydrogens, which has a chemical shift value around 4 ppm, and there are 8 ring hydrogens which are denoted in the blue color. These blue colored hydrogens, there are 8 ring hydrogens basically. Their approximate chemical shift value is 8 ppm, and these 2 NH proton will give the chemical shift value of 2 ppm. Now it is very easy to remember, because whatever the number of that kind of hydrogen is the corresponding approximate value of the chemical shift. Now what about the IR spectra? Now over here, due to the presence of these 2 NH protons or NH bonds, we will get the IR stretching frequency of NH corresponding to 3300 centimeter inverse. Now the most important spectral feature we can obtain from UV visible spectroscopy. In case of the UV visible spectroscopy, this will be the graph. Over here in along y-axis absorbance is plotted, and in the x-axis the lambda, that means the wavelength. Now what we see, that a Soret band is observed in this region, and this region is around, over here this region is around 400 to 450 nanometer. Okay, it is denoted in nanometer. So a Soret band is arised due to the transition from pi to pi star. Okay, which is basically this band. And now there is another peaks we can obtain over here in the region between 500 to 600 nanometer. This is basically termed in nanometer. So this is arise due to the N2 pi star, and it is also called the Q band or Q branch. Now this shorted band also termed as B band or B branch. Okay. Anyway, now what we can see that when metal binds with porphyrin, the lone pair over this nitrogen, and when it is present in dianionic form, then there will be also lone pairs. Okay. So those lone pairs already involved in the binding with metal, and that is why you know that this Q band appears for N2 pi star transition. N means the non-bonding electron, basically the lone pair over the nitrogen. Over nitrogen is responsible for giving this kind of transition, and when this lone pair is already involved in binding with metal, okay, so these are no longer available, and that is why the Q branch disappears. Over here only shorted band is present, there is no band in this region. Clear? So these are some important points which we need to understand while discussing the spectral features of porphyrin. And now over here, these are two preparation of the porphyrin from the pyrrole. There are 4 equivalent pyrrole moiety. You can see over here 4 equivalent of pyrrole moiety and excess formaldehyde. In presence of BF3 etherate and DDQ, they are getting the corresponding porphyrin. And over here, if benzaldehyde we use, then we can see that over here all the mesohydrogens are replaced with a phenyl ring. So from here what I can see that these hydrogen, okay, these are mesohydrogen, these mesohydrogens come from formaldehyde moiety. Okay, so this is all for today's class. In the next class I will cover the hemoglobin and myoglobin and the pattern of oxygen binding. Okay, so that's all for today. Keep following ChemVerse tutorial. If you like my video, then don't forget to share and subscribe. Thank you. Happy learning.